What's up, everybody? It's your girl back for another video. So while I have a few minutes, I want to get a video up today. A little incident just happened in the grocery store that I was at. An incident that happens all the time. And that's me witnessing a mother treating her child like crap. It's more common with single mothers, I find. Most single mothers that I come across treat their children like garbage. They just lack the basic mothering instinct to nurture, to have empathy, just to be emotional and to love their children, just, to be sweet and kind and gentle to their children. Most of the time, these women are very masculine, they're very vulgar. This is women of all races. This is women from all over the country. I've lived in different cities. I've seen this everywhere. Okay? I've seen this with women that are also with the father in a relationship as well, but I see it more with single mothers, and I witness it on a daily basis. This particular incident just happened 5 minutes ago. I just got in my car at the grocery store. I was in there to get something to cook, and I'm standing in line. There's a single mother in front of me. She's on the phone with the boyfriend, being loud and vulgar, not even watching her, I would say, 2-year-old son in the basket. My son just made 3, so they look to be about the same age. So he's about 2 years old, very small, but 2 years old. He was dirty. He had no shoes on. He had no shirt on, just, a little pull-up, and it looked dirty. And he had, crust and juice stains all over his face. I could just tell his mother doesn't groom him or, doesn't even wipe him up to take him out in public. It's really sad, y'all. But she had on a Gucci bag. Her nails were done. Her toenails were professionally done. Her hair was done. She looked nice, Real expensive clothes, name brand, nice jewelry. And I see this a lot. And, she whipped out that EBT card to pay for their food, so I know she's on government assistance, which is very common with single mothers. But I'm more than sure she's got the father of that baby on child support. And if you have money to buy Gucci bags and get your nails and your hair done and stuff, then you should be able to buy yourself groceries. But whole nother video. So I'm standing in line. The little boy's facing me. I'm right behind him. He's in the little buggy thing where you strap him in. Instead of her standing behind him, watching him, she's at the front of the buggy running her mouth on the phone. And the little boy saw some balloons at the checkout. And I'm literally an arm's length of him, so he's looking at me. Now, when I'm at the grocery store, I always walk with my child strapped in the little thing, and I push the basket at the front, so he's right in front of me. Because people are crazy. They'll take your kid, they'll do your child something. I'm very protective. So I was surprised, and I see this a lot, with them standing in front of the buggy and have their child on the back and not watching them. But anyway, she's running her mouth. The little boy's pointing at the balloons, and he said, "Mama, I want a balloon." And she turns around and puts the phone down and tells him, and I kid you all not, and I will quote, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up." Like that, okay? And y'all, that just broke my heart. Like I said, if I could be king for a day, whenever I see something like this happen, I would grab a bat or the closest object and I would bat that bitch over the head and knock her in the next week. And that's just how I feel about it. They need to be taught a lesson. That is cruel. That is wrong. And that is your own child. Why have them if you don't care about them? Or why have them if they're such a nuisance and you don't want to deal with them? That is so sad to me. That makes me so mad. And then he continues to cry, and she's not paying attention to him. And then he tries to stand up. Now keep in mind, he's not buckled. It's natural for a 2-year-old little boy to try to stand up in the basket when they're not buckled. So he goes to stand up, and she turns around and smacks the shit out of him. Okay? And everybody else, there's a bunch of other women in line. Nobody seems to care. It's just, another day in America where single mothers are beating the hell out of their babies and cursing them out like they're grown. It's just breaks my heart, y'all. It all starts by the way we're treated by our parents. It all starts the way we were raised. And what do you think this little boy is going to grow up to be like, with his own mother talking to him like that, treating him like that? A few months ago, I was in the cleaning supply section at Walmart, and I remember there was another single mother. The little boy kept picking up the candles and trying to smell them because he saw his mama doing it, and she called him a bitch. She said something like, "You touch another one of them candles, you little bitch," something like that. Like, yo, and you can't say it's where I live at, because I'm telling y'all, I've seen this in other cities. I've lived up north, I've lived in other places, and I've seen single mothers speak to their children like this. And it's single mothers of all races, all backgrounds. That's just the way they've become. They lack the ability to have empathy. Like, women, we're designed to be more emotional so we can nurture our young. And it's scary to me that women lack this now. They're becoming very masculine, like they have too much testosterone in their bodies. And it's just sad. It's a result of feminism and liberalism. Women are being told that they don't need men to raise children, and women are becoming very masculine, and they're unable, to nurture anymore. There's a bunch of other reasons, but I can't get into it all in this video. But it just really makes me sad, y'all. I grew up with a bad mother. My birth mother was a lousy piece of shit. A feminist, a liberal, just an absolute waste of space, waste of air. And, she never loved me. She put men first, money first, her freedom first, and she still does to this day, but it's going to catch up with her sooner or later because she's getting older. It is going to catch up. She's going to die alone in a nursing home, and she will not have her children there or her grandchildren by her side taking care of her. So the consequences will come. But I don't know if that's why I feel the way I do, but children, when I see children being neglected and abused, it affects me profoundly. I get very upset about it. And you'll never hear them liberals or, those feminists talking about children being abused and neglected. They will never stand up for that. You will never hear them talk about that. They will stand up for criminals. They will stand up for some damn, what was it? These stupid feminists talking about the polar bears being shot and killed, and some penguins being abused. And I love animals too, but not before children. Our children are the most innocent. We must protect them, and it just makes me sick. You'll never hear them talking about that. But they'll be taken up for some criminals on death row that murdered people, or they'll be taken up, for some child rapists or something like that. But you'll never hear them talking about the children. So like the video if you did, subscribe if you want to hear more. I'll catch y'all later.